Working with this guy. He was part of HBO's Lucky 21 contest in New York City and has headlined the Maine Comedy Festival. Please welcome Tuck Tucker!
What's happening? How's it going? Everybody have their power on now? Yeah. We warming up? Woo! You gotta be tough to live in this state, I'm telling you, man. We are the toughest people in the country. I swear to God. Because living in Maine is kind of like being in an abusive relationship for 8 months out of the year. You know?
It's like it's gonna be dark at 2. I'm putting 6 feet of snow on top of your house. Your electricity's going off for 2 weeks. Oh, you wanna leave? Go ahead, get in your car. I'm gonna slide you off into a ditch.
And then around June, Maine goes,
Listen, I'm sorry, baby, I didn't mean it. Here's some sun, here's some flowers, go outside. We're like,
we love it here! Mosquitoes! Maine's tough, man. You gotta be tough. People love coming here, though. We get all the tourists coming across the Kittery Bridge. I saw a whole family from New Jersey this summer come driving in. They rolled down the windows. They were all sticking their heads out. They're like, oh, fresh salt air. They loved it. They were waving to people like, oh, look, fishermen down on the river. I mean, people love our state. Like, nobody goes to their state. Nobody drives into New Jersey, rolls down the window, goes, smell that? That's raw sewage. Oh, look, crack whores. Everyone wave to the crack whores. Got to get out of here once in a while, though. Go to warmer climates. Went down to Florida recently. I'll tell you, though, man, I'm getting scared to fly. These airlines are not helping. I got on this flight, right? I sit down. I looked out the window. There's a mechanic underneath the wing of my plane doing this. He's going... I'm watching. I'm like, what? Figure it out! Come on! I watched him for like 3 minutes. He finally goes, fuck it, go. What? No! Get a screw, get some duct tape. Do something. I hit the call button like, ding, yeah, hi, can you come here for a second? Are we going to Florida or are we going to fuck it? Florida's a round trip. Fuck it is a one-way, I'm pretty sure. They tell you,
in case of emergency water landing, your seat cushion to be used as a flotation device. Like, oh, okay, thank you.
I got a question. Aren't we flying over Iowa today? What do we got in case of emergency cornfield landings? Can my seat cushion be used as a toilet? Because if the plane goes down, I'll be shitting myself. You have diapers on this flight? A couple diapers. Emergency diapers. I'm feeling good though, man. I'm feeling great. My wife took me to my first yoga class. Do the yoga ladies, y'all been to the yoga class? Oh man! There is nothing better for your core than holding in a fart for an hour and a half. Oh my God! This is... My wife actually looked at me at one point. She's like, "You're supposed to be in downward dog." Like, I'm still in upward turtle head. Give me a minute. Namaste in my pants, please. Namaste in my pants. I'm not in the greatest shape of my life. I'm getting better though. I've been working out a little bit. I went to a party recently, a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds. Someone brought Twister. Bad move. Knees are being dislocated, hamstrings are being pulled. We're all just lying down. When you're 15, Twister's the greatest game on earth. That's sex in a box. I used to play with my neighbor Christy when I was 15. Oh yeah, man. I remember she had right hand red and left hand green, and I had right and left balls blue. What a game. Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of getting out of shape. I was getting so out of shape at one point in my life, I was yawning and pulling muscles. Just watching TV. I didn't even know I had a muscle there. I'm gonna yank. Get me to Planet Fitness and get me on the neck machine. How am I holding this thing up? Ugh. I decided what I would do to get in shape would be I would run a marathon. I don't know if anybody here's ever run a marathon. Any marathon runners? Have you? You run one? How long ago, sir?
2 years ago.
Wow, good for you. 26.2 miles. Let me ask you something. You still have your nipples? I didn't know this, but at the end of a marathon, your nipples can be gone. My buddy comes up and he goes, "Hey, Tuck, I hear you're going to run a marathon." He goes, "What are you going to do with your nipples?" I'm like, "Well, I was going to bring them with me, thanks." What are you talking about? Because you're going to run for 4 hours and the friction of your shirt will rub against your nipples, rip your nipples off your body. What? I would have liked to have known that before I started my training regimen, that I might be nippleless at the end of this thing. If not even in football do you lose a nipple. But you hear Tom Brady's out. What happened? Hard tackle. Both of his nipples went flying off. So... The other thing that can happen in a marathon, I'm sorry I have to tell you people this, is that people shit themselves. Did you shit yourself, sir? Good. I swear to God, I got passed by a guy, mile 19. He had shit himself. And I don't think he knew it. Really? I'm thinking, maybe I've shit myself and no one's told me. I'm gonna shit Shaq, am I good? Listen, I don't care what you're doing in life. If you shit yourself, you can go home. I know you just ran 19 miles. You got another 7 left, but you can go home. Like, train harder, come back next year. It's ridiculous. I was watching, speaking of being in shape though, I was watching ESPN2 the other day, and they had on, everybody okay down there? Is she all right? What the hell? Hi, how are you? Good. What's your name? Kathy. Nice to meet you. I'm Tuck. Say my name again? Yes, thank you. It sounded a little bit like truck or tack. Okay. Kathy, are you enjoying the show? Yeah. Awesome. We're enjoying having you here. Kathy, I was watching female bodybuilding the other day. I was watching female bodybuilding on ESPN2 the other day. Have you ever seen female bodybuilding? Yeah. Oh my God, those guys are hot, aren't they? They interview them beforehand. They're like, "Tell us a little bit about yourself." "My name's Kathy. I like to scrapbook and raise my 6 kids." They put them in bikinis and high heels and march them out on stage like, oh, she's lovely. That V-shape in her neck really accentuates her Adam's apple. Kathy, I do that joke, and it's always Kathy. And now I just realized I was talking with Kathy, and that joke has Kathy in it. So weird. She has no idea that I'm even talking to her. What? Okay. All right, good.
But I'm a girl.
Yes. That joke was, I swear to God, I've been doing that joke for 4 years, and I always use the name Kathy, and I just happen to be talking to a Kathy. See, there's a little bit of magic with comedy like that. I swear to God, weird shit like that happens all the time. It's like, I start doing it, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm about to say Kathy in this joke. I was just talking with Kathy. Oh, is this a little bit of a date night going on down here? You guys having fun? Huh? Oh, all you guys are all together?
We don't really know that.
Oh! He was like, cut you loose! Go home, suckers! Go home! I've never seen that woman in my life, sir. That's my husband! You bastard! Oh, this is great. Okay, good. Except this, now they're cutting this table's cutting themselves loose.
We're trying to adopt them.
Are you guys the Randolph people? Are you? No. Oh, okay. You floor it through Randolph like. I'm glad everybody's here tonight. My wife, my wife the other night turns to me, and I'm a comic, so I say stupid stuff all the time. My wife turns to me, and she goes, honey, we really need to start having more date nights. And I was like, oh my God, you were the best wife in the world. Who are you gonna date? Because my eye on this girl down at the bank. That's not what she meant at all. I'll tell you what though, ladies, when you all get together and have date night, you have some weird conversations. My wife went out with a bunch of her girlfriends tonight, and she came home and she's like, oh my God, me and the girls, we had such a funny conversation. Like, what you talking about? She goes, we figured out that every guy has one gay thing. What? Yeah, every guy has at least one gay thing. I thought about it, she's absolutely right. Like my gay thing, I like shoes, I shoe shop, that's my gay thing. My buddy Tom, he listens to ABBA and disco, that's his gay thing. My buddy Chris highlights his hair and tans, that's his gay thing. My buddy Steve, he sleeps with other guys, that's his gay thing. We're not all that different. We've all got one. I gotta tell you though, I'm glad I'm married, and I'm glad I'm out of the dating pool, you know? I don't want to be single in the dating pool anymore. And when I was in the dating pool, you didn't want to see me in there because I was not a very strong swimmer. I was just like doggy paddling around, like, where are the girls? There's other guys just swimming by me. The other way, asshole. I finally find a girl, you want to go swimming? She's like, I just dated, I got to wait 30 minutes. Come back around. But now I found my pool. You know, you find the pool you like. I've been in the same pool now for 13 years. I love it because I know the water temperature, I know the pH level, you know, I know the hours, I know when it's open and closed. I did show up last week and the pool was closed, and I'm like, why is the pool closed? It's like, because you didn't even ask to jump in last time. You just came right in and jumped in, and left your towels everywhere. I'm like, well, I could close the pool too. Like, what is that, a new bikini? Okay, the pool's open for 2 minutes. Don't swim, let's do this. You know, I don't know, men and women, we're different. Just men and women, we're just very different, I think. You know, a lot of people are like, no, men and women are basically the same. I invite you to come over to my house and look at my DVR. I'll show you that men and women are different, okay? Because my DVR has men hitting each other in a cage, men beating the shit out of each other in a cage, women yelling at each other in Atlanta, women yelling at each other in Dallas, The Notebook. And I'm not going to apologize for the difference between my wife and myself, because she loves to see men fight each other in a cage, and I love The Notebook. And those two are on that bed at the end of the movie, and that nurse comes in. I'm telling you. Some people know it. Good. I don't know what's. Just heard the musical chair. Oh, look adorable. Kathy, you just take a nap if you want. Okay? Anybody want to tell me the weirdest place they ever had sex? Johnson Hall! Dude, intermission was only 5 minutes. 4 minutes more than we needed. Boom! Bam! Boom! I'll tell you my weirdest place. Although Wednesday a guy told me a karaoke bathroom at a karaoke bar in Japan. Yeah, I know, right? Whoa. Mine is Denver. Have you ever been to Denver? It's the Mile High City. The air is thin up there. It's 5,280 feet above sea level. You know? I was with this girl. I'm like, whew. No, I'm going to pleasure you. Why do you live on the 3rd floor? Once you get up these stairs, I'm going to give it to you good. She's like, did you bring condom? I'm like, did you bring oxygen? Jesus. You got this. Tonight is flying. This set. Man, I only have so much time. It's just like, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I had to become a comic because I tend to get fired from all my jobs. I worked at a funeral home for a while. I was in charge of the hearse, right? All I had to do every day was clean the hearse and detail it out. But instead of taking the hearse out on the road, I drove up next to really old people. I go, You can run, but you can't hide, Grandma. I'm coming! That'll get you fired quick.